Okay. Spoilers for what happened last night. So this is spoilers for the end of Act 2, just a heads up. Irma died. And we ended it there. Alright, let's turn the game down just a tiny bit. If I can find it. There it is. Maybe like 85? That should probably be good. Okay. Of course, if anything needs to be adjusted, feel free to let me know. Audio-wise, I mean. Okay. I think we're ready to jump in. Okay, so when we were playing last night, we lost Irma. And it was really sad. And Finley's pretty sad too. Right as the winter was coming. Ah, we have the chili trophy. Or the soup trophy. And the hat. Yeah, I know, Finn. Wow. Looks like someone got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning. What happened? Didn't you enjoy the Hibernation Festival? Things aren't so great right now, Alfio. Can I help you? No. So what are we doing? Just going back to work? Let's wait for the bus. Oh, we don't even want to talk to the statue. I sent a dark cloud over you, young one. You had a death on your ward, right? It's never pretty, that's for sure. But the river of life flows on regardless. Let it carry you. We'll all get swept into the great sea of eternity one day. Yeah. Morning. Have a nice weekend? Why the gloomy face? Morning, Ingrid. I'm not in a great mood. Is this because of Mrs. DeCalma? I'm sorry, kid. Really. I like the old lady, too. I was hoping I'd feel better after the weekend. Well, I guess you're just one of those people who feels a lot for others. Just make sure it doesn't become a problem for you. Death's a part of our profession, kid. Try to focus. There's enough living people around here who need your help. I get it, though. They always say that first death really sticks with you. Yeah, maybe you're right. I'll focus and try my best. That's the spirit. Finley, I heard the news this morning. Do you want to talk? Maybe grab a coffee or something? No. I want to get my work done first. Okay. If you want to talk later, just come and find me, okay? Oh yeah, also content warning for anyone who's sensitive to, well, I guess death. This game's gonna have probably some more of that. So, yeah, if you have a sensitivity to that and you just don't want to deal with that, then I wouldn't watch this. Good morning, Finley. How are you? All right, I think. A patient died yesterday. Your patient. I imagine Irma's death is still on your mind. Nevertheless, I would ask that you don't let your performance levels drop. We can't let these things affect our work. Got it. You can rely on me. You know the drill. We'll talk again once you've finished treating your patients. Try to make this a good day, Finley, in spite of everything. Good luck. Oh, one more thing. Irma died of complications from pneumonia. She was old. Her immune system just couldn't hold everything off. She remained stable for a while. However, her condition worsened during her stay here. These things happen sometimes. The incident with the water damage in her room probably didn't help either. What I'm trying to say is, you did nothing wrong. I've even made a note to that effect in my report. I assigned you to treat Irma. And that was the right decision. I'm sure of it. Finley, I heard about Irma. I'm so sorry. Hope you're okay. I'll be making her memorial figurine today. Gonna make sure it's a good one. Come by any time if you need to talk, okay? All right. Oh, we do have a patient in P31. Good morning, Miss Van Galen. Is it that time already? Your colleague said you'd be checking on me again today. Well, looks like she was right. Shall we get straight to it? I'm sure you want to get back home too. So you can get right back to work and stress yourself out even more. Let's see, we need... hold on. We need 2 of these. There we go. Perfect. 4 pills. Yep. I'm seeing a significant improvement. You know what? I'm actually feeling a lot better today. Better than I have in years. Feel like I'm really aware of my surroundings again. Sounds like the medication's doing its job. Yes. But I think there's more to it than that. I managed to talk to Dr. Gutera again, and it was like he tore down a wall inside me. Suddenly saw everything I used to think was important in a different light. I've decided to change my life around completely. I don't want to end up here again. I want to be able to focus on other things, instead of just living for my job. I called my boss this morning and requested 4 weeks off. Damn, that's great! That's not what she thought. She threatened to fire me on the spot. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't be. I am the island, I am the sea. And maybe unemployed. But I don't care at all, and that's great. I'll do my exercises and follow my heart more. Thank you for helping me. I'll make sure to thank Dr. Gotera again before I leave too. Have a great day, and look after yourself. Sounds like it might be for the best if she loses that job. That job's the reason she's in the hospital. Too much stress. Now, my dear colleague, what's your assessment of your health status? My withdrawal symptoms are diminishing, and so's the pain. Good. Do you mind if I examine you? That's what I'm here for. That is true. There we go. That's a hard one. We're going to keep increasing your vitamin B1 and energy intake. Your liver's on the mend. Are you sure? Nonsense. My liver's had it. The readings are clear. Really? You came to us just in time. Feel free to take a look for yourself. We'll have to keep you here for a few more days for observation. If you want to keep on living, you need to keep off the alcohol. Forever. Clear, honest words. I like it. Maybe something will come of you after all. In the distant, far-off future. But what I do or don't do is none of your business, understand? I've given you my medical opinion. What you do with it is entirely up to you. Ain't that the truth? All right. All right, room 301. You're Emma, right? Okay. Miss Emma Strawberry Yogurt, right? No. I'm Emma Smith. Oh, right. That's what it says here. I must have read it wrong. How are you feeling, Emma Smith? I miss my home. And I've got tummy ache, too. You did get some pills, didn't you? But it's still not better yet? No. Alright, let's take a closer look at what's up with your tummy, then. Okay. Okay, so these two are still accurate. So this will be brain. This will be water. Oh, maybe not. Okay, let's make this water. Maybe tummy. And skull. There we go. I think your pain is because of your food allergy. I read that you're not allowed to eat certain things, is that right? Yes. So are you watching what you eat then? Yeah, but... What is it, Emma? Well, Gerda said that after the hibernation festival you can eat as many nuts as you want. Is Gerda your mom? No, my mom's name is Mom, and she's away. So who's Gerda then? Gerda Niesdork. I always visit her when I'm homesick. She's a doctor like you. Wait, do you mean Dr. Neisdorf? Yeah. Can you do me a favor, Emma? Okay. Please don't eat any more nuts. I'm sorry, but your tummy doesn't like nuts, not even after the hibernation festival. Oh. It's mean, I know. But your tummy aches are mean too, aren't they? Yes. So keep off the nuts and we'll think of some nice things for you and your tummy to eat, okay? Yeah, okay. Oh, she's adorable. Morning, Finley. Irma's bed was empty this morning. I figured she didn't make it. I'm sorry to ask. But that must have been your first death, right? Oh, man. Try to get over it. The sooner you get used to it, the better. The unfortunate and harsh truth of working in a hospital. I have plenty of family members who worked in hospitals and friends. Can't avoid it, unfortunately. All done? Yep. Took you longer than usual today. But given the circumstances, I'm willing to turn a blind eye to that. Let's see. What have you got for me today? I don't have anything for you. Dr. Theobald was asking after you. Oh, really? Why? Couldn't say. However, he did ask if I could give you the rest of the day off. I'm not happy about it, but I said yes. Guess it must be something important then. Do you think I should go to his office? You can if you like, but you won't find him there. How do you know? Because he's just made himself comfortable in our break room. Oh, strange. That's just the way he is. I guess I'll pop in and see him then. As you wish. Finley, there you are. Thank you for coming. Sure, Dr. Theobald. What can I do for you? Nothing. But I wanted to talk to you. First of all, I would like to thank you. You've done an excellent job these past few days. Thanks. Is that all you wanted? No, not at all. I heard about Irma DeCalma's passing, of course. A tragedy, truly. Like so many others here in Porcupine, I knew Irma well and liked her a lot. I'll miss her very much. The whole town will. But you were the one who looked after her and were there for her in her final days. Is Irma the first patient who's died under your care? Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. It's not uncommon to struggle It's not uncommon to struggle getting them off your mind the first time. I still remember my first two. I think I know what you mean. I still think about Mrs. DeCalma a lot. Just try not to let those thoughts affect you too much. After all, there are still plenty of other people depending on your help. Don't get distracted from looking out for them. It's Irma's funeral service this afternoon. It will be held at Gilbert's. Giuliano hosts most of the funerals in this town. I'm sure this one will be especially hard for him. You should be there. You'll feel better afterward, believe me. You mean I can go to the service? You are excused for the rest of the day, and I'm sure Mrs. DeCalma would have invited you anyway. Okay then, I'll be there. Thank you, Dr. Theobald. No need to thank me, Finley. Say goodbye to the old lady for me. See you again tomorrow. Give my regards to old Irma, okay? And please give my condolences to Giuliano as well. Oh, it's the end of the hallway. We'll just take the elevator. Take care, kiddo. And don't slip in the snow. I already pulled something on my back this morning. Oof. So we need to get to Giuliano's. Or Gilbert's. Looks like we're taking the long way. Can I interest you in a hot cup of coffee? Perhaps a tea or a saffron roll? No thanks. Sorry, I've got somewhere to be. Sure thing. It's an interesting place to set up a coffee shop. You don't seem to like the weather much either, do you? It smells a bit stale. So you are here too, young one. It's good to see you. The roller coaster of life never stops, does it? A few days ago we gathered to celebrate. Today we've gathered to weep. Finley. Hey, Giuliano. I'm so sorry. I wish I'd had more, Finley. It's okay. Thank you for coming. I know we haven't known each other long, but it means a lot to me. Please, make yourself at home. There's food and drink. Go ahead and take a seat. Just make yourself at home. Is there really nothing I can do for you? Come to think of it, there is one thing, actually. Anything you want. What is it? I think there's a colleague of yours here, too. He didn't hang around long. He just stood in the corner and didn't talk to anyone. Then I think he went out the back door. I haven't seen him since. Should go see if he's still here? I'd check myself, but I've got my hands full. Sorry, here I am asking for your help again. It's no problem, Giuliano. I'd be happy to do that for you. Thank you. I'm sure Pina made the figurine. It's such a nice tradition. I'm proud of you, Pina. Pa. Did you know Irma? Of course. I loved stopping to chat to her during my rounds. She was always sitting at her window with a plate of cookies next to her. She always made me coffee on cold days. I'd love one of her coffees right now. Irma. Can't believe she just died like that. It's so unfair. Wow, you're here. Sorry, Finley. I know how much you liked Irma. How are you feeling? You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Just happy I could be here today. Me too, even if it has been a bit stressful for me. But I'd do anything for Irma. If there's anything I can do for you, just say, okay? Hey, Finley. Ted, you're here too. Of course. I've really fallen in love with this little bar. I didn't know there was a funeral today. And I didn't know the deceased at all. But I'd still like to be here for the wake. I'm sure Giuliano will be glad to see you. I hope so. We haven't had a chance to meet him yet. Ted is new in town as well. Oh, she doesn't have a place to stay yet, so she moved into the motel room at Gilbert's. She could probably just stay there for a while. The place isn't that expensive and never gets booked much anyway. Speaking of which, she's working on a book right now. Wonder how that will turn out. I was gonna say, isn't there someplace upstairs? Giuliano really does have a lot of old books. A few of them are Irma's too. Very short story in which precious little happens. Oh, I love that book. 100 Creative Ways to Find Housing. I wonder if any of these will still work today. Look at this. The Charoplaying Murders. I read that book in secret when I was a kid. Big mistake. I remember it had really eclectic taste. What are you staring at? I've been standing here for 10 minutes. 1 second longer and I'll pee my pants. And I need to blow my nose too. Oh, this is a storage room. Okay. Oh, back. Gregor, you're here too? Get lost, kid. Don't you want to come inside? The service is about to start. No. There's food and drink too. Lots of people are here. Leave me alone. Okay. It's all my fault. What do you mean? I'm doing the best I can. I know the hospital relies on me. I'm the one who's supposed to look after it after all. The old lady hadn't got sicker if that water damage hadn't happened. If I'd just taken better care of the hospital, then maybe she wouldn't have... This is my burden to bear. I'll never forgive myself. All those people in there. I see the way they look at me. They know it's my fault. It's not your fault. Okay, I felt the same way. I was the one treating her right up until the end. I still believed she'd get better. I didn't want to face the fact that she was going to die. But in the moment she passed, I knew she was at peace with it. She was old, her body was weak, and she was happy. She didn't want people looking after her all the time. And that's okay. I did my best and you did too. But sometimes things crumble and collapse anyway. Sometimes we have to say goodbye to people. Sometimes we can't help them. I'm going in now. You can come with me if you want. I can't. I'm gonna stay here. Okay. But if you change your mind, just know that you'll be welcome. Sure, whatever. I should go. I don't want to disturb the bereaved. You should do what feels right for you. No one's forcing you to stay. Yeah, you're right. Let's go in. If we go in at the same time, they won't all be staring at me. And I can slip away quickly if I need to. Sounds good. What's his deal? Is he about to leave? Yeah. So did you find him? Yeah, he's the janitor at the hospital. But he doesn't want to come in. I think he needs some time to himself. I think we all do. I'm glad he's here, though. Speaking of which, how are you holding up? I'm coping, but please let me know if there's anything I can do. I will, my friend. Please, sit down. It's about to start. Dear guests, could I have your attention for a moment? Thank you all for coming. I can barely bring myself to speak. But last night, Irma, my dear mother, passed away. She was a real talker, always telling stories, and she was surrounded by people who loved her. And that's you guys. Thanks for that, all of you. When I was little, she taught me to play an instrument. She practiced with me, and I hated every second of it. But when I was playing, her eyes would just light up. I wish she could look at me that way again. I want to play a very special song for you. A song Irma requested every time I picked that instrument up. I remember one day it was really frosty when I had to deliver my letters. I slipped on a patch of ice. My whole mailbag fell into the river with all the letters still inside it. And I tore my cruciate ligament. Irma not only helped me fish every single letter out of the river, she even dried them, restored them, and delivered them for me. Irma worked with my parents in a restaurant. Things had been going downhill for a while, and Irma came up with a new dish. Rainbow beet gratin. It was a hit. Before long, it was the only dish anyone wanted. Irma and I used to play backgammon together every Thursday in the summer. How did you know Irma Finley? I'll tell you how that squirt knew Irma. He's the one who let her die. It's the truth. Irma was in great shape. Then one day, she just bends over, sprains an ankle, ends up in the hospital. And a few days later, she's suddenly she's sick. Real sick. And then she just dies. I'm telling you, it's all that guy's fault. Him and all the staff at that awful hospital. I just heard them talking about it right now. They're letting the hospital deteriorate. It's so bad the folks who go there pick up new diseases in the wards. Irma didn't even have pneumonia until they took her to that dump. I'm telling you, Irma didn't just die. She was murdered there. If St. Ursula's wasn't so useless, Irma would still be with us today. We'd be celebrating, not mourning. Everyone who works there should stand up and take the blame for this. We'd all be better off if that hospital was torn down and never darkened our skyline again. Ralph, that's a crock of nonsense. Nah, hold on. Maybe he's got a point. Yeah, St. Ursula's is a danger to us all. That's right. We need to run these murderers out of town. Maybe it would be better that way. Look around you. Do you see anyone from the hospital here except for this clown? Exactly. They won't even have the nerve to come to her funeral. Because they know it's their fault. Plain as the nose on your face. But quiet, everyone. Please. This isn't about pointing the finger at anyone. This isn't about St. Ursula's. It's about Irma, my mother, your friend. Finley? Yeah? I'm sorry to have to ask you this. But perhaps it would be best if you leave. But, please. I don't want this argument to ruin Irma's memorial. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Let's talk later. Okay. What the hell? Fuck you, Ralph. Man, that didn't go how I expected. Looks like my cell phone had no reception at Gilbert's. Mia and Carl both tried to call me. Hey, Finley. Thanks for calling me back. I was worried when I saw you today. Are you okay? I'd be lying if I said I was. Oh. I don't know if it'll help, but I actually have plans for tonight. I think I need to get my mind off things, and I'm guessing you might want to as well. If you come along, we could help each other. Pina will be there too. Sure, why not? Cool. I just got off work. I'm standing in the middle of the town square. Perfect. I'm heading your way now. Let's meet at the hospital entrance, okay? Alright, see you soon. Man, what the hell? That was dumb. Alright, I am going to cut there for YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube at a later date, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.